All right, this one probably seems more confusing, but they gave you radius in miles, so plug in r into this distance formula. This is just so you can understand, the Earth is curved, so depending on how high you stand, you can see, and there's some assumptions here that it's a clear day and all that, but you can see a certain amount of distance. And so they have this formula here, and the first thing they give you is the value of the parameter r, which is 3,960 miles. So you plug that in to your equation, into your formula, and so now you have 7,920 once you do the 2 times it. So 2 times 3,960 is 7,920. So get rid of that first. And then you basically go in and plug in the values of h they've given you. So how far can you see if you are at a height of 0.2 miles? Well, you plug in 0.2, you take the square root of that puppy. I just did it on Google Calculator. You get 39.8. You'll get something different because your numbers won't be the same. But the only thing to be careful here is how you plug it into the calculator. So make sure that you're plugging in correctly. So I literally typed in 7,920 times 0.2 plus 0.2 squared on Google Calculator, got that number, and asked it to take the square root of that number to get 39.8. Do the same thing. This should be 0.4 here. So do the same thing for 0.4. Plug in h equals 0.4. I forgot to erase. This is a copy paste error. So distance at 0.4 is 7,920 times 0.4. So you just do it again. Because I typed these into Google, they were pretty easy to change. And take the square root of that, and you get 56.3. Next step. Well, it's tricky, because they say, okay, you're 1,135 feet above the ground. Well, that's not in miles, and everything here was in miles. So, you know, one of the things that students told me in the past when I surveyed them of why do they hate math, because they feel like we are trying to trick them. Yeah, it feels a little bit like that. So 1,135 feet is really 0.21 miles. How did I get that? I didn't do any conversion. I just went to Google and said, convert 1,135 feet to miles, and it did that for me. So I got 0.21 miles, and then how far can you see? Plug it into the formula that we had before, and then you get 40.8 miles. The last one is you're flying in an aircraft. Supposedly it's all clear. You plug it into the equation for, it's already in miles. How far can the pilot see? 267.1 miles. So we get these kind of problems. I just want to mention that you get these kind of problems, but they're cooked problems again. They're not something that you're particularly interested in. So you're just plugging and chugging through this equation. If you really had to, you would make sure to measure things in miles if you were using this, and nobody would give that to you in feet. But hey, it's a problem, cooked problem. Let's do it.